or 100 sensors and give you like 3 to 4 cities, citywide overview of power availability in real time. That data is incredible. What we're going to do with that data. Just imagine what IPPs, when you can tell an IPP that, look, I can show you exactly where there is no power, and I have data to back it. Or someone who wants to rent a house, I can show you exactly where you can rent a house because there is power availability here, depending on the kind of business you want to go into, and things like that.
I was interestingly, what you said just reminded me of. It doesn't have to do with power, but it has to do with availability of network. This plaza, what's the name of this huge plaza here, Los Angeles Mall.
Yeah.
Somebody who is a tenant there is about to move out because there is no network. So I mean, if this kind of information
was good network,
imagine paying so much for a plaza and then you find out that
there's a power, there's telecommunication issue.
Yeah, so it's interesting that you mentioned.
So this is the next level of innovation. It's about tracking and predictability. That's what's going to be happening in the country, because a clinic the doctor cannot be worried about, is there petrol in the gen? Or a kitchen, you're trying to cook, you're worried about the gas, you're carrying it to the car, If you're a restaurant, you should focus on being a restaurant. You should have some kind of partner that ensures that you always have access to power and energy resource. That's what we see. And it's that kind of partner that we've set up to become, over the years,
So you have people that register with you to provide these services. My understanding is what there is doing is providing the platform.
Yes, we provide the platform, and at the moment we're also providing those energy resources. We have filling stations in Lagos.
Okay.
So that's why we have access to the diesel.
Partnering with filling station or gear filling station?
They are gear filling stations at the moment. So we're going to run this model and see it work. The future of that platform is that we don't have to be the ones delivering all the gas. Uber doesn't own all the cars.
They don't?
Yeah. So the moment the platform works on V3, V4 is going to onboard gas delivery companies in Enugu. Because we're going to have users on the app, we'll have data to show that we can upscale, and that's where we're headed. This CTO has been working on this for a few years. We started from call me. I was delivering this diesel by myself with my car in Lagos after I came back from university in 2014. Just driving with jerry cans, and passing it to the next guy, pushing it into the tank. But what we started to do differently was we were able to start calling them before their diesel finished. Oh, how far? Last month you called me, you might be running out now. Why don't we? It's true. Come tomorrow. And then we came, and then they are like, just the fact that you're able to kind of predict my needs from my pattern. I think I like you. So that's how we started to get
before I
have to start calling. So I'm helping you to predict your need. So just that little thing made people kind of start, rolling with us. And then there was a petrol scarcity. Then we also showed up for our customers for PMS availability as well. Somewhere in between black market price and petrol price that gives us the premium to make some for ourselves. So we did that. And then we thought, a gas plant. And then we started to deliver this, and then we started to call, and then, text message, and then, WhatsApp, and then website, and then from the data. And then we thought, what about, app, a place where you can go and actually. So that's how it was, just gradually, and we're here now. Yeah, there is AI today, and it's amazing. There's a program. These things, we'll talk about it. On and on, So our buses have been retrofitted as gas dispensary units. Like the Korokwe bus, the small bus that we basically take out the chairs at the back and we put 4 cylinders mounted just facing backward. They are piped in parallel and they have this electric pump. So we come to your doorstep.
Electric pump because those people, they had a manual.
I did it. I started with turning the cylinder upside down. We turn the cylinder upside down. We have to start from somewhere. So when you get the data, so you turn the cylinder because of pressure. Okay, fine. So let's check electric pump. So let's check. We started with the manual pump first, but the pressure was not enough. They're using more energy than They needed, so then the electric pump came, and then it's easier. We weigh your cylinder, we know the weight, how much do you want, and we just press the electric pump, and then it starts to pass into your cylinder. You see the weight increasing, and it gets to where you want, and we give it back to you. Your account. We encourage you to top up your energy credit so that you get a bonus, and then we
So
can
when you
just
say energy credits, that means what? You are working with the utility company?
No. So, you're talking about the
Energy
topping up your
credit.
electricity tokens. So we have a partnership with Buy Power on the back
Okay.
end. So we're able to sell you electricity
So
tokens.
you are a sub vendor.
Yeah, but we are selling you at
Okay.
the same price as Buy Power.
Or you get a discount from them or something. How do you?
Yeah, so we get a kickback from Buy Power.
Okay.
But more interestingly, you're not going to Buy Power for electricity, then GTB for this one, then this guy for that one, then WASU for gas, and then you're actually able to do it, in one place. Yeah. So that's where the advantage is, because Nigerians have already been meeting their energy needs through different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in a decentralized way. But we think if you can bring this into one place, that energy transition becomes clearer, to everyone. So where's Marvelous? I thought she's supposed to anchor us. In the next 2 weeks max, you would start getting messages that we can deliver cooking gas in Abuja.
Okay.
Buses are just getting retrofitted. I wanted it to be downstairs for us to see, but the timing just didn't work out. And so in at the moment is Lagos, and we are faster on the island. You understand, basically. So it's left to us to add more buses. The more buses we add, because the system works, that's what this year is about. It's about now investing in all those things, because we've done it for a few years and we've seen, these are the gaps, these are the issues, these are the safety concerns, these are the risks, this is the customer service requirement, this is how people feel, So this year has just been to invest in all those things. So you'll be seeing our buses, around,
And that predictability also allows you to plan. It's important, so that you are not running all over the place in 20 different directions.
Our lives,
as people are asking. So rather, you said these people will be coming to you, so you can plan your very predictable and so
it's important. We have to be able to predict that energy need. It will help us to make more money and have a better life. Yeah. What's happening? What's happening with the gent? Oh. Okay, but I think we should just get on with it. Yes, please. We'll record everything, and as guests come, we'll go through it together.
How many people do you serve in Lagos?
At least 1,000 homes, and say 20 active businesses consistently. Those are people that every time. But there are people, the bus can be on the way now, and someone can just say, I have an empty cylinder, and then they will stop and refill for the person. Maybe they see you parked and you're refilling for someone, and someone is maybe driving out with their empty cylinder, and they're like, stop. But the numbers that I'm sure of, we have 1,000 recurring homes at least in Lagos at the moment. Some estates, like at least there are 5 estates within that Lekki corridor that they just put their cylinders outside, and it's just so interesting when you see. Yeah, so they know the designated days and they just drop the cylinders outside. So if you come on those days, you just see some cylinders in front of people's houses. So in the evening, you will probably still see it. But when they're back home, you will see that those cylinders will just go back in. And depending on the customer, maybe it's one that is familiar with the stuff. You might say, just put it somewhere here for me, and stuff like that.
Interesting.
What's the verdict? Do you guys want to wait for anyone else to join us? But I think okay,
I have to be by 12:30.
by 12:30. Okay. Yes, please.
Well, I think we have to present that for that only.
Okay.
Data, release for pharmacy foundation
Mhm.
for Nigerian data.
Interesting.
Since we are talking about data, right now we have been putting forward direction and seeing how we can generate data and recycling government. So when you talk about solar, I think a platform where people can compare their consumption and the cost of what they have been spending in terms of their energy. And also you mentioned capturing data for areas where they are most collaborative for the light.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking it's not also possible to also capture some primary data in terms of wind. Since we are doing solar, because one of our pilot projects is seeing how we can emulate solar and wind.
Mhm.
If you're having that data on the platform,
Mhm.
this is for funders and less students to be able to predict that this location has this amount of wind.
So
And it's possible for them to be installed. It's more stable for buying generation of that.
it's very, very possible. You see, that's why we focused on building the foundational platform that integrates these possibilities. Is all you're asking for is a sensor that just tracks wind speed. That's it. And we just deploy it strategically in a way that gives us, is it local government level? Is it street level? Is it community level? We'll decide. The larger the area we want to track, the more devices we would need to deploy within that area. So it's just, and it will take us literally one day for us to integrate the information from the sensors into the app that already exists. The way it's been built now with everything integrated. And to be honest, we might even be able to fish that data without the sensors because there's now AI. There's AI integration, and there are some platforms that already have some satellite data of some wind speed information and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's
Or I just thinking about like
Localized.
localized. Yeah. So 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 we can take it from the point of right now, start looking at what is already available out there, and then start having granular sensors if we now have project specific areas that we want to really have delineated information for. It's very, very doable, and that's the way we're thinking here. That's the way we're thinking here. Because there are some houses already in Banana Islands. I've seen them. They have the solar and they have the wind, 2 wind turbines, and they regulate automatically, amongst themselves.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an article by, you may know him, Godfrey Omonedo. Yes. On the fact that wind is so overlooked and
Yeah.
how there is such a huge opportunity for wind. So when you tell me that even buildings are beginning to use it,
It's the cost. It's the cost.
but
Wind turbines are not
he said the cost has also come
Yeah.
down. That's one of
It's coming down.
Okay.
Just like solar. The first solar system we installed in Nigeria, for example, was in 2016. So I was personally trained by AES Solar. They are the oldest solar manufacturers in the UK. They taught me to climb the roof in Aberdeen and install that panel myself before they could say, okay, take my system to Nigeria. But then it will take you 12 years to pay back those systems because of the cost of electricity at that time. It was around 25 naira per kilowatt hour for electricity. Diesel was around 165, at that time. So in 2016, I was telling them that Victron, you can track your yield. I was telling them that, it's possible. Schneider, that, use these panels, Panasonic solar panels. but the system is 5 million naira, it's 6 million. They're like, what? 12 years, how am I going to pay this back as a home? That's how solar now is cheaper than diesel. The same way, eventually that wind is going to get to the point where we can have maybe smaller wind turbines that are modular and can be used. Yeah. No, they are big actually. You can tell that they spent a bit.
7 foot.
Selling a house, like
Just the house.
yeah. So you see some big houses. You see some of those 2 wind turbines just by the seaside. From Lekki phase 1, if you're looking at the Banana Island side of Ikoyi, you will see some of those turbines. Yeah,
by the shore.
yeah, by the shore.
Okay. Interesting.
There's a huge opportunity on the coastal road in Lagos. There's a huge, you see, on the other side of the road. Oh my God, the possibilities are enormous. On the other side, because they're not going to be using those square meters, for much. The water is just there. So it's once that cost makes sense. Yes. Then there's the commissioning and recycling of wind turbines as well. What do you do with the massive poles, those big blades, those things, those are the things that affect wind penetration, but these things will be solved over time. The same way we were wondering, solar panels, oh my God, now there are stickers. I can stick a solar panel on this window, right now, So maybe we should do an app walkthrough. So the way I had planned this was I wanted a few industry professionals, people who really have and are exposed to what's really going on, in the energy sector. Good afternoon, ma. In the energy sector, so that we can have a closed door. I've invited some people also from Climate Fund, the Energy Challenge Fund, and so on, just so that people are comfortable to give their feedback about what they've seen, and they don't feel like maybe they will be mentioned for being here or for supporting any particular company or the other. Maybe, as a maybe government official, you might not want to be seen, whatever. So I just wanted a comfortable space where people can just see what innovation is possible, what is already being done, and how this can become something really enormous. We're not coming at it from a competition point of view. It's a collaborative point of view, because you see, even AA Rando is going to be onboarded as an energy supplier on the app. All of them, all the gas plants will be onboarded, and it's easy and it's achievable, Okay. Good afternoon, madam. Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. You're all welcome to this event. My name is Marvelous Anama, and for the purpose of this event, I will be your host. We're very excited to have all of us in this room with us, from the Dear Nigeria team to our guests, to our stakeholders, and even our online audience. So to kick us off in the event, we're going to begin with a welcome address from our Chief Operating Officer, Ayola Solomon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, permit me to use my phone for my welcome address. We've been doing a lot of organizing for this launch event. For us on the Dear team, today is a very interesting day for us. We're very excited about how today is actually planned. We've been planning this for a very long time to release this our app. So I'm just going to read a little bit from my phone. Yeah. So welcome to the Dear V3 launch event. Basically, this is the next evolution of energy. This is an AI energy on-demand platform that we're launching today. I know some of us, we all face different issues in terms of energy access. I mean, I could ask us now, like, how many of us have experienced a time where, or a wrong time where gas or our diesel runs out in our generator, or we run out of electricity units without knowing the exact time or when the electricity, we didn't have any predictability for when the electricity unit was about to finish. I could ask so many of us. I know we experienced times where our gas actually runs out, and then we couldn't actually predict it. Then we have to start running out with our pot of rice on the fire, trying to get a cooking gas to actually continue our cooking. So this is a frustration that we basically live in there in Nigeria, and we know that everyone else experiences, and we've been working tirelessly for the past 14 years for the past 12 years actually to try and solve this. So I pardon me for saying 14 years. Our CEO has been in the journey for 14 years, but the company has officially been set up for 12 years. So the Dev on demand platform essentially has a couple of features in there which we'll do in the walkthrough very soon. Because we know that energy should not feel complicated, we've tailored and put some specific items here to kind of ease how energy is being accessed for every individual. This is our first big official launch because we've tried to remain small, lean, and agile, continue learning about the sector and industry, and trying to continue understanding the problems people are facing in the energy sector for us to be able to provide that holistic solution that covers everything for us. So at there, we believe that energy should be smart, fast, connected, predictable, and now we are going AI powered because everybody's talking about AI. So on this our platform today, we'll also be launching our Dear AI, which is a chatbot which you're going to be able to interact with and ask it some interesting questions. Today is not just unveiling, it's not about unveiling another app. It's actually about unveiling a smarter ecosystem because we try to see our platform as an ecosystem. So when we look at different parts of energy is something that we interact with on day to day, and every part of our lives is basically surrounded by energy. So with the on-demand platform, we want to basically expand the possibilities for homes, for businesses, to be able to get more access to cleaner and smarter energy. Honestly, if your phone recommends movies for you and you didn't know you wanted it, your energy platform should at least know when you want your diesel or when you want your electricity. So, or when you need your cooking gas. So that's what we've been trying to basically embed. And also, let's not leave out the renewable energy part of it because that's also where we are moving to in terms of the transition happening. So we've tried to also incorporate some sections in there where you can actually order for renewable energy systems as well. So these are some of the interesting things for you to look out for in this launch event. Basically, we've been working on this and I'm excited for this launch to happen. So today we're actually here to make a statement, and the statement is that Africa needs more innovation, especially in the energy sector, and we are willing to take on that mantra and take on that mantle to actually push us forward in the energy sector and being the first energy tech and actual clean tech company. Then Nigeria is excited to launch this V3 of our app. Thank you very much for being here and welcome to AI powered energy on demand. Yes.
Thank you very much, Ayola Solomon, for the warm welcome. So I think before we fully kickstart the event, it's very important that we acknowledge the presence of the stakeholders that we have seated right now in this room, even as we are expecting the other guests. So first on the list, please let's welcome Mr. Ojodomo Odinia. I hope I got the name correctly. So he's with the Nigerian Wind Energy Council. We also have Mrs. Christy Gowon Afolayan, Emerging Market Analyst and Business Development Strategist. You're welcome, ma. We're very glad to have you. And I think I'm missing a name. Okay. All right, ma'am. Okay, so Mrs. Olajumoke Denake, board member of GEPA and an expert in energy law, governance, and policy. You're very welcome, ma'am. It's very good to have you. So now we're going to be taking the Dear Nigeria story. We're going to be inviting the CEO and the founder of Dear Nigeria, who has formed this entire company on resilience and has built a family connection amongst all of us. We deeply appreciate the work you do here, sir. Who better to tell the Dear Nigeria story than the CEO himself. So please let us jam our hands together, even as we welcome our CEO, Mr. Abdul Majid Oyeyemi Amusa.
Thank you very much, everyone. The the dear story, which I've already been sharing kind of informally with everyone, is is one, just like she said, built on resilience. It's about a journey of learning and just putting yourself in the shoes of the people you're trying to serve, and pretty much thinking through it, for them, with them, and just doing what you believe is technically best to achieve that dream. So 2014, I came back from uni. I thought, power is an issue, energy is an issue here. We have to solve it, and it's solvable. There are places where the technology already exists. Is the curation, is the orchestra of that energy thing that would start providing, but so I started to look at energy from a very high level. I was tracking the power plants in the country at that time. I could tell you what each power plant was sending to the grid, what power is available to each disco, and things like that. How the privatization, trickled down, and it was obvious there is a huge jam, financial jam, governance jam, and behavioral jam. So it will take some time. It's possible. It will take some time, and luckily for me, I had the petrol stations, available from the family business. And I thought, why don't I get diesel to people's homes instead of them having to come out to get the diesel? It starts from there, because diesel, we call it diesel. It's actually not diesel. That is the energy resource. They are using it to power their homes. That is more important to them. We're just saying diesel, but that is life, So I started to carefully package this diesel in recycled groundnut oil jerry cans. So I go and buy it from Ekpe, plenty of those yellow jerry cans, and I wash them and I put diesel in them just so that I can have it looking neat, and I can kind of reduce that jerry can, those jerry cans that are already just there, because there's nothing else you would do with them. So I was recycling those jerry cans and delivering diesel with them. And then I started to predict people's needs for the diesel before it was time. And when I finished delivering diesel in the morning, I would, take a nice shower, wear a suit, and go to the meetings where there are other energy stakeholders, Tony Lumelu, additional, and I will sit there too as an energy CEO. And I'm just learning, watch how they operate, what they're talking about, what's really going on. And what you find is that, we speak of energy at a very high level at those conferences, but the average Nigerian just wants to put the lights on at home, and they're not even in those rooms. So we come up with policies and all these things, but no one is really holding the hands of the energy consumers through this very complex ability of having power all the time. It's not an easy task. If you look at the infrastructure required to power, for example, a community, when the cables under the ground, and you will know that, okay, it's serious business. So we just signed up for that. And from diesel, we started to also deliver cooking gas. We set up gas plants around the Lekki corridor so that we can actually access anyone within an hour, and then we started to have a vehicle that actually takes the gas to meet them where they were, and people can call us and so on. And then we set up a website so that you can see us everywhere. So as technology was advancing globally, we were also learning and leveraging and also moving with the times. So, long story short, where we are at today is that we have, and then in 2016, we had a solar partnership with AES Solar. And for us, again, it wasn't just going to import solar systems and just coming to install them. I went to Aberdeen. I looked for the company that I thought was one of the best in the world around, solar installation, to tell them that, look, I think we can provide power back at home. This is what I'm currently doing. But if you teach me this one too, I'll add it to it, because solar makes sense. The issue then was the affordability, but it was a good plan. We had the partnership. We installed at least 6 systems. We had, I think, cumulatively 150 kilowatt hour between 2016 and 2017. And then the market became a bit more difficult. And we kept pushing. We started to unlock estates as a group so we can have a cluster approach towards energy solution. Because when people start to think in a group, we tell them things like, if you can get 10 people from your estate, everybody gets 5% discounts on the gas. Just to encourage you to say, I don't use these guys. I use these guys. And when you use these guys, you just see these are young Nigerians who are serious about this thing. They come, they carry your cylinder with care, and they put it, they bring it back. Thank you. They speak to you nicely. It's these little things, because we're not the first to deliver cooking gas. People have been delivering cooking gas before us. There are billionaires who have cooking gas companies. There are massive oil and gas companies that have been in the business long before us. There are even here, NIPCO is a massive petroleum brand and all of that. But the edge that we have is that we're young people. We're going to use technology. We're going to use innovation, and we'll find a way to leverage what already exists to get this to the last mile, because that is where these guys cannot reach. Even the Dangote with 4,000 CNG trucks cannot deliver diesel to the last mile. So that's what we thought. We're going to own this space and build it out. Today, there are successful fintechs in Nigeria. There's successful edtechs, successful agri-techs. How is there no unicorn energy tech where there's 60% energy poverty? This is the space we want to fill, and we're doing it passionately every day with our team. In Lagos, we have a full bouquet of services. In Abuja, we started with administrative office. Now we can supply you. You can order your electricity units, access the energy accessory store, order for solar system installations and things like that. But in the next 2 weeks to a month or thereabouts, those buses will arrive. All our customers will be informed. We can now deliver cooking gas in Abuja as well. The same model begins. We start to build that social interaction around energy, building the consciousness in their minds. And we do that maybe one more city. And the idea, like I said, V4 is not going to be us delivering all those energy products, because it's capital intensive and our core is in the energy tech. We're going to enable people who have these energy systems to get their energy to the energy users in a way that puts enough information in the hands of the energy users that they can interact with these things. So, long story short, we're an energy solutions company. We're accelerating the energy transition for every user. We're bringing efficiency into how you choose, buy, and use energy. We now have an AI chatbot that is literally your paddy through this journey. You can literally ask it anything, and it will start tracking your energy transition journey for you, down to your budgeting, to your choice of which energy resource to use. And our own job is to keep learning, researching, and coming up with the energy options that you might need, and tell you all the options and the prices and the affordability bandwidths for you to pick and exist within through your app as you transition. And there's, carbon emission tracking. As you transition, you would know you're transitioning, through your app as well. So let me just stop there. I just want to say a huge thank you to my team for getting us this far. There are a lot of people in Lagos. There are drivers, delivery assistants, the pump attendants. Those are the guys sweating it out every day. What we're building here is something to make that their job truly, truly matter and scale up, beyond our own imagination as a group. I want to say thank you to my team, and most importantly, for you coming out today. We don't take it for granted in any way. It's so important to us that you came out to listen and see what we're working on, and we look forward to keep informing you on what we're doing and keep learning from you and what you're doing in your place of work as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you team. Thank you everyone who is watching. We appreciate today generally as a milestone for us as a team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that very insightful address. I think we can all attest at Dear Nigeria, there is always a very refreshing moment hearing you talk about the Dear Nigeria vision. So now we'll be moving straight into the live demonstration of the version 3 of the Dear app. So I'll be handing over now to our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Abdulhak Sule.
Hello.
Okay. My name is Abdulhak Sule, and I happen to be CTO. Now, before we start the live demonstration, I just want to give an overview of the beauty of digital transformation and energy. Now, Nigeria, on a very good day, we find ourselves referring to as a third world country. And in most parts of the world, like our CEO have mentioned, he's been around a lot. Most of the things we're doing here is not new, right? It's a norm in most parts of the world. And it seems like we are pretty much behind, and we have to do everything collaboratively to move ahead. Now, digital transformation, like she rightly mentioned, we have our smartphones, and we are able to access a whole lot of information on the internet. But energy itself has been far-fetched, right? Now, the beauty here is it's not just about going on the internet and being able to place orders. One of the key things that Nigerians are wary of is the security. We hear about GDPR, we hear of GDPC, and one key thing about Nigeria is our data is extremely important, right? You want to use a platform that puts your mind at ease. You don't want to download an app, install it, and the next thing you find money leaving your account or you find your privacy being breached. One of the most very cautious things we've done is not just the idea of encouraging you to be digitally transformed, but the fact that it is literally the most secure platform you would ever interact with in Nigeria, because we've been very keen on ensuring that when you create an account with us, every single data of yours is secure. It's just for you. Even we that developed this platform don't have access to your data. We don't have access to your credentials. We don't have access to all of your transactions. Like if you save your cards with us, we don't have access to all of that because we use payment gateways that are highly secured. For example, we use the likes of Paystack owned by Stripe, and we use the like of Squad owned by Guarantee Trust Bank. So we're very, very intentional about the digital transformation. Now, our platform is what we refer to as an all-in-one digital platform. What we've had previously in this country is you have the likes of Buy Power, you can purchase electricity with them, and then maybe utility bill payments like airtime, data, cable TV, and all of that. Then you have some other energy company that have come on board and say, we deliver cooking gas, right? And then you have some other companies says solar installation and maintenance. But most of us these days, we find out that in our homes, we use most of all these services at the same time. So what we have brought to you is also not just security, but we now move on to what we call a seamless, experience. Not you go to this platform, you interact, you go to this platform, you interact, you go to this platform. And all in one platform where you can vend electricity, you can order for your cooking gas, you can order for your installation and maintenance of your solar, right? And now we've talked about the idea of being able to access what we call energy monitor. You can have an idea of the electricity uptime and downtime in specific locations. We are already working on sensors you can install right within your home that will let you know when you have electricity at home, to send you a notification telling you, I now have electricity at home. And now we have what we call AI chat, which literally interacts with you and gives you an idea of your energy usage, right? And you can ask it any question which you are going to interact with. So it's so smart so much that over time, no matter how dumb your question is, ask it anything about your energy usage or anything about energy in the whole country or energy internationally, is going to answer you. Here is just a 6-minute, 11-second video that's going to give us an overview. Please let's take our time to watch. Thank you.
Following this, enter your first name and first name. Following that, re-enter your password and the confirm password field to verify. Next up, click to create your
So one of the things you can see is as you type your password, it literally lets you know if it's secure enough or not. So it encourages you to put a more secure password so that you will not ever be hacked. And when you create an account, it sends you a code to your email address so that you can verify and come on the platform.
Click on email from Dear Nigeria to verify your email address. Following that, click the Verify Email Address button to confirm your email address. Next up, click the balance to check your energy credit account. From here, click the Fund Energy Credit button to initiate your credit deposit. From here, select the amount to deposit to fund your energy credit. Afterwards, click the Continue button to proceed with your energy credit deposit. Then click I sent the money button to confirm your payment transfer. Afterwards, click the Upload Receipt area to attach your bank transfer confirmation screenshot. Following this, click Confirm Deposit Request to finalize your energy credit funding.
we want to encourage
Then,
us to
click the notification bell icon to view an update for alert.
check out CCS. But there's also direct checkout with PayStack and other.
Now, review your cash balance displayed in the wallet section. Notice the 500 Naira bonus count.
There's a wallet feature on the platform.
Or products and services button to view available energy solutions. Then click on Cooking Gas to view available refill options and place your order. Following this, select the drop-down menu to choose the product option.
So for what you see here, you can refill or you can exchange your cylinder with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's one less labor.
You can refill or exchange.
Next, select the capacity option to confirm your
At the
desired
moment,
gas filling size.
we're looking at
Then toggle to adjust the gas filler amount. Now click the Add to Cart button to purchase the cooking gas filter. Afterwards, click the shopping cart icon to view your added items and proceed to checkout. Next, click the plus button to increase the quantity of cooking gas. Next, click the minus button to decrease the quantity to 1 unit. Now click the Proceed to Checkout button to complete your order. Next, select Pick Up and Pay to collect your order from a nearby location. Following this, select the location to confirm your preferred pickup point if you want the pickup option. Next, click Deliver to Me to receive the home delivery for your order. Now, click Continue with Details to proceed with entering your delivery information. Following that, enter your phone number in the phone number field to continue checkout. Next up, click the Select State drop-down to choose your delivery location state. Following this, select Incident from the drop-down menu to complete delivery address setup. Next, select City from the drop-down menu to set your delivery city location. This information is later saved into your profile. Following this, enter your delivery address details in the delivery address field below. Following this, click the Continue Payment button to proceed to checkout. After that, click the Place Order button to complete your purchase and confirm the transaction. From here, click the inbox to view all messages in your account. After that, click the Delivery PIN 2690 email to view the delivery details. Next, click the Order Confirm email to open and review the order details. Following this, click Download Invoice to save the order receipt to your device. Following this, click the notification bell icon to view delivery alerts and updates. After that, click the order picked up notification to view delivery details and confirmation code. Afterwards, click Tracking History to view the complete delivery status update. Once your product has been delivered, click the Start Choice Delivery Experience to apply Carlcon. Then, enter your e-browsing and check field to share your experience details. Following that, click the Submit Review button to send your order feedback.
So when you get your final set, that's how you get the credit balance. If your eligible before we can use before your bonus credit, so when you get the bonus credit, you use the bonus credit first before you think your own money. And you can also withdraw that money within seconds.
Just request for the withdrawal, put the amount, and you get it back in your account the same way it went back into your account. So that transparency is there. We're working with money points to ensure that that's seamless.
For me, my curiosity lies around the energy
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know recently.
Or 3 kilowatt, 5 kilowatt, we have different capacity. And you can pay one off or pay instrumentally over 6 months, 12 months, and all of that. So this is literally a game changer. Now, we talked about the wallet feature. During the course of the walkthrough, we saw the wallet feature. When you create an account with us, you get a 500 naira welcome bonus, which is deductible when you get to place orders with us. We refer to it as energy credit balance. And then you have a cash balance and you have a bonus balance. Now, for the cash balance, you have to consciously fund it. You request to fund your wallet balance, and you can do a bank transfer from any bank of your choice to our money point. As little as 5 to 15 minutes, it gets automatically verified and it gets funded. We also have the option of using Squad, which will immediately fund the account in less than 60 seconds. Now, the bonus balance is the idea of, you're interacting with our platform, so it's our way of rewarding you and encouraging you to keep using our platform. So the more you place orders with us, the more we are going to give you bonus. Creating an account earns you bonus. Placing an order earns you bonus. Referring other customers to join our platform earns you bonus. Now, we say AI powered. Our version, So this is the first platform in the whole of Africa, and maybe the top 3 in the world, that's literally giving you AI energy. You can see the AI says, "I'm dear AI, your energy assistant. Ask me about gas, diesel, solar, or anything else." Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So she gives us a question and we're going to type it in, whatever question you feel we should ask.
Okay, so I really like the question
Yes.
that she asked,
Okay.
which is,
how can you tell how much energy you are using every day? Especially with this regime that we are in now, especially for those on band A. They want to know, and I want to know, I'm on band A, if I'm receiving up to 20 hours of energy per day. Because that's the minimum threshold that I should receive. So because we pay the premium for electricity, so how much energy have I used? And did I receive up to 20 hours per day? Yes.
Okay, so let's just ask it. First simple question. The question is, how much energy have I used in the past 6 months?
Start with a month, because a month is a good
Okay,
benchmark.
in the past
1 month.
1 month. And it's trying to get us a response.
But if you had a sensor in your house that will deploy for you, you'll get an answer that meets your exact need. Let's see what it is.
So now I am not logged in, and it says to see your exact energy consumption and spending patterns for the past month, you can check your personalized usage tracker or analytics dashboard on the platform. Here's how to find that information. So it's giving you feedback on how to access that information. Now, what this means is, the beauty about AI is the fact that it needs to learn, right? So when you join the platform, as you start placing orders over the couple of weeks, it will be learning your usage. And at some point when you ask that question, it will respond to you.
Based on the data.
Yeah, based on the data. So right now it doesn't have enough data because it's new and it's still learning. But what it has done, so what it has done is it's telling you to go and view your orders manually, because you've not placed orders over time for it to be able to give you that data yet. That's what has happened. So let's just try another prompt.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
In terms of, is it going to be per device or more like you just install per apartment and that gives you a lot of what you are consuming?
Okay, so we have 3 types of sensors. We have location-based sensors per cities, right? You want to have an idea of, is there electricity in Dawaki? Is there electricity in Kado? Is there electricity in Wuse, Gwarimpa, Sokoro? Then we have estate sensors. You live within an estate, you want to have an idea, is there electricity in that estate? And then we have the home or office sensors. So like you want to have an idea, do I have electricity in my home? And what is the usage of the electricity in my home? Does that answer your question?
Like this is more like, I mean, you're trying to know like the exact consumptions.
Yes.
Your AC, what you consume,
So that sensor, when you purchase the sensor from us, what I mean by the home and office option is it's going to be installed your DB. It's going to be installed your DB in your house, right? It's connected to your home Wi-Fi, and good. So that means, let's say, if you go to work, yes, multiple. So the city-wide sensor, which we already have, doesn't require you to install. It's already existing. has 93%. That's the highest. So if you can afford it, which means we're recommending go and live in Asokoro. You have a better uptime there. And the next month you go. Exactly, because it's the least. It's the least. So, like we said, we are increasing number of sensors, deploying more across the country and over time. For the discos. And your feedback is something we're already considering now, the wind aspect. Yes. So at some point, you'll literally be able to monitor that precisely. Yes. Any other questions?
So this is the front end you're seeing. The same way we've improved the experience for users, that's the same way we've improved the experience for our staff back end. So we have a console that's fully digital like this that tracks how orders coming, how orders are managed, how they are processed, and even down to your carbon emission tracking of how users are consuming carbon and how we're moving. That energy transition journey we're speaking about, we're actually tracking it on the back end. So someone who is ordering less diesel now, we have an understanding of how he has actually moved, where he is on his transition and so on.
And again, another thing is based on this dashboard, the user can decide to switch what's it called location based on the did I say the downtime?
Yep.
That's the downtime will recommend to the customer. You can move to this location. Now, if you want to have
more electricity access.
And if you are spending more on diesel, one of the maybe recommendations is that you can switch to solar.
Exactly.
Location, or you decide to switch.
And that's what the AI chatbot will do. You just write this concern in that AI chatbot. It will tell you exactly what you just analyzed now. It will take you back to our products, our services, and link you with what else is available, any available information for you.
Yeah. Okay, you have a question.
I have a question.
Yes.
As your adoption begins to scale and you have a significant influx of customers, because I know most organizations, or when people start something like this, they don't really consider the influx.
Yes.
How do you tend to handle the influx?
Okay. So one, we look at the engineering part. There's this reality we face in Nigeria in most platforms, even government powered in Nigeria. Once there's so much traffic, it literally shuts down and all of that. But we are literally using what we refer to as an elastic beanstalk. What that does for us is the more the traffic comes in, it automatically scales. It automatically scales on its own. So we can literally accommodate as much traffic as we want without anybody going to take any manual work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's for the engineering. Now, for the operations, the way it's designed is modular. The more buses we put on the road, the more people we can serve, and the quicker we can get to you. The model in Lagos now is we have around one bus within every community, so we can basically promise you 1 hour to 30 minutes, and we'll try to beat that. And we imagine it will even be much better in Abuja because everywhere is around 25-30 minutes away from each other. So the more buses we put on the road, but there is a cap. I spoke about V4. I don't know if you were available then. In V4, we don't want to be the ones actually delivering every single product on our platform. We want to actually onboard other energy providers who can actually deliver, and they'll be able to be the ones that will deliver closest to you, because we're thinking this is useful for someone in Enugu, someone in Anambra, someone in Yobe State. There are already gas plants in Yobe State. We don't need to set up a new gas plant in Yobe State. We can have a system, do a KYC, onboard them, give them an SOP, and you can, just like Uber. Uber doesn't own the cars, and we don't need to own every single delivery infrastructure in the fourth version of the app. But we must see V3 work and scale that within the V3 technology allowance before we move to when we can onboard other energy providers. So I imagine as it scales, we scale as well.
Like Max again.
Yeah.
And now it comes from onboarding vendors. Sometimes, just like as you mentioned regarding Junior, you see that, let's say you have like an appliance that you want to buy. You can have up to like 5 vendors that are selling at different rates. So what's the plan in terms of your?
It's already embedded actually.
So like
Comparability.
A specific range or price for your services.
To be honest, I don't have the exact answer, but it will have to be guided by data. When we start to onboard them, it would be one of the two. The idea for us is one thing. This platform is where energy consumers and energy providers meet to ensure transparency, affordability, and efficiency. So that will be what will guide us to decide, is this the most affordable option for the users, and what is the most efficient option? If the price increase means that they will get it faster, or it's going to improve some kind of efficiency of that product, it's something that we would consider, but we must be guided by the data when that situation start to arise.
Sorry, can I chip in?
Yes,
I
please.
think that also has to do with creating a market, a niche.
Yes.
So, once you have the niche, it doesn't really
Mhm.
matter. So once the niche is there, it just answers this.
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Also, I saw the delivery icon. So, just as you have your boat app, you can actually track
Yeah.
how long it takes for the delivery person to get to you.
Yes.
So, for instance, maybe your gas finished at the point where maybe you are should I say the peak of your cooking, and you want it very fast. So, you order and you want it delivered on time, and you are.
To respond to that, we have three types of delivery. We have express delivery. Express is the one you're referring to. Your cooking gas finishes now, you want it now. We have scheduled delivery. We deliver every Wednesdays, every Fridays. So you have an idea that we're coming to your estate, we're coming to your location, whether your cooking gas has finished or not. Because, for example, it has not finished, but you want to top up. Can I get 2 kg, 3 kg top up, right? That's scheduled. And then that's the standard delivery. Then the scheduled delivery is you're not going to be around, but you want us to come and deliver on Saturday, 9 a.m. So you can indicate to us on Thursday that you want us to come and deliver cooking gas to you on Saturday, 9 a.m. That's scheduled. So that's the 3 deliveries we have right now. Okay. Any other question? No. Okay. So we have 2 subsidiaries. We have FHL, which means Fuelonomics Hydrocarbons Innovations Limited, and the 2 flagship products we have under FHL. Yes.
Something came up.
Good.
Are there quality assurance activity in terms of your delivery? What I mean is, for instance, you mentioned there will be a point where you can change your gas cylinder.
Yes.
To get a new one. So will there be a quality assurance activity where when you get the old cylinder from the customer, you can check if there's leakage or something?
Yes.
You're just picking it up just with you and
So to respond to that based on the audit we have on the system, one, our engineers, our agents, they are trained to be able to detect leakage and other maintenance that are required. So much that you don't need to ask, they will tell you. And so we even have devices to check for leakages and all of that, right? Secondly, especially when it's exchange, we have a feature for the agent to take a picture of the cylinder, right? The size underneath and everything, and upload to the platform. So if at any point you have a dispute, we'll be able to compare and say this was precisely the state as we took it, and you can see it's still the same or it's better than how we took it. And the third one is every single time you place an order with us, we have a testimonial feature, 1 to 5 star. So you rate us and you give a feedback if you are impressed with how the agent managed the situation, or if you have recommendation on how we can improve your experience.
Yeah. So if we got a faulty cylinder for any reason, you will not get it back that way. You will most likely either be informed that you may need to buy something, maybe to change something, or it would already be changed by the time it gets back to you.
Yeah.
As long as we deliver that gas back to you, it's already
It's
embedded.
always better than
Yeah,
it left.
it's already embedded.
Okay then. So when we talk about energy transition, on one hand, which is the core of Dear Nigeria, one thing is for sure is we want everybody to transition to renewable energy. But until then, how can you burn your petrol and diesel cleaner? And so we have Sonox, which enables us take you further, faster and cleaner. Is literally a fuel conditioner. You dose your fuel. It literally is biodegradable. It helps protect your engine. It has a neutral pH. It literally reduces your carbon emission drastically. And this is literally what the product looks like. It's literally a UK produced product. We are literally the only distributors in Nigeria right now. And the second product, being Grace, happens to be a degreaser, an oil and grease remover. You can use it to clean your cooking gas. You can use it to clean your microwaves. And you also have the industrial version for heavy duty formula industrial grade cleaning. Like if you have oil spill here and you have high-end industrial level cleaning where you want to handle oil spillage and all of that. So these are some of the products we also have available via our subsidiary FHIL. And right now, we are presently about to launch what we refer to as Dear Mobility. Dear Mobility is a better way to move around in Nigeria, a better way to arriving at work, to any location of your choice, moving from point A to point B. It's going to be more reliable, it's going to be more predictable. And so the idea is, think of the keke as you know it, but the electric version of it, and is enclosed, looking very beautiful and neat, right? It's pretty smart. You feel more secured in it because there are sensors, there are cameras to ensure we always know where you are at any point. So you get in safe, you get out of it safely. And for the drivers who are going to adopt their mobility, they are going to have a daily subscription or a monthly subscription fee. So the beauty of this is, when you purchase Dear Mobility from us, right, you get to pay weekly over the course of 3 years. And after 3 years, we are going to take that old vehicle from you and give you a new one, literally. So you just imagine, right now, maybe you call an Uber or Bolt. When they come, you see the bumper is like this, you see it looking dented, they say the AC is not working, you just feel bad about the entire situation. And you can imagine 2-3 years, it's probably going to be worse off than what you're looking at. But we are, making it more seamless. At any point when it seems the car is degrading, they are going to get a new one at zero cost and just proceed. So, Dear Mobility, in the next 1 year tops, you will begin to see our vehicles on the road as Dear Mobility.
So the good one is it going to be recycled or intact?
No, it's interesting. So what will happen to the vehicles? So it's basically gig economy vehicles.
Yeah.
People who use the vehicles to make money. We think you shouldn't be delivering pizza, ice cream, fish, documents, everything with the same vehicle. So we're basically going to be manufacturing these Nigerian-made EVs that are battery swap, enabled by battery swap technology. We're partnered with a UK company for that. They're currently doing the prototypes in Coventry as we speak. So the idea is, after the 3 years, it will be put on a different market. The future of mobility that we see is that you don't need to own the vehicles that you use every day. So you can scan those vehicles we put on the secondary market, where it's kind of pay as you go vehicle utility system. So you can scan your barcode, pay some money for 2 hours at least, and you can access the vehicle from any of our battery swap points and use it for the period and park it back there, and that's it. So when the vehicles have outlived their subscription life, they'll be put on the secondary market where people can just use them for pay as you go, pretty much. That's the idea. The vehicles, you don't have any cost for maintenance and insurance or whatever. You just pay and just use it. And if you have an accident or something, you basically come and pick it up and replace the parts, because we've made everything.
It's modular.
With,
Very much
machines
modular.
and everything. It's quite very modular, easy to manufacture. We train Nigerians on how to put it together.
So,
very, very straightforward, very simple.
There is no purchase, there is no loan, there is no surprise cost.
So in there you are the driver.
Yeah, so you're the driver.
Yes.
So you basically come and you sign up with us, we do a KYC, and then you pay your upfront cost.
Your onboarding fee.
And then that's it, you start using the vehicle. And you start to track your ratings, your usage ratings, and so on. You can actually now onboard other people under your account, because you've been onboarded already. People can now use the vehicle. But every time someone is using the vehicle, it has to be someone who is onboarded on the platform, so that we can track the behavior and so on. It gets interesting. So that is the future of mobility that we have seen, globally, and we're just positioned to ensure that you can't be using the Sienna to deliver bread.
Yeah. You have a question, man?
Why did this came about? Because we ourselves needed specialized vehicles for gas delivery, for diesel delivery, for day-to-day delivery. And we're trying to buy EV ones. And we just thought, what? So speaking to a UK company, and we thought, what? We need this solution ourselves, because a lot of people deliver many things, and all they're left with is either a tricycle or an existing vehicle for passengers, or a motorcycle not meant for cargo as well, and that can change. Can we take a picture?
Okay.
Like this here? and then we give everyone a chance to actually use the app on your phones and just set up your account since we're here with you. And
Sorry, I just was wondering, are you willing to partner with the Ministry of Transportation in the near future? I'm just wondering.
right now,
Yeah.
we've sent a letter to a few agencies. We're inviting everyone to something called a Clean Drive Initiative coming up very soon. Clean Drive Initiative is basically we want to have the longest convoy of cars using petrol with Solnox in them to demonstrate the fact that you can drive cars with petrol and still be environmentally conscious and still get all what you want out of your car. So it's these opportunities of partnerships like that one we want to invite the ministry, NEDDC, NASENI, just to see what liquid technology can do from that little point of view, and then start to, tell them that we're here as an innovation hub for those things, to think through some of those solutions that are possible in the country, pretty much, because this is what we've been doing. This is what we do. We specialize in thinking through those things that are normal, socializing them and putting tech behind it. Yeah.
72.
Yes, so stand here so I can capture the screen so as I have it's probably not being okay. Just space onto the society screen. Fine. Outside.
On behalf of HM to come to an online conference, so I'm the contact center. Yes, please send me the contact. Thank you. Now, right, take 10 available.